someone created a plague. If I can break the code, we can stop this. On October 28th. Florence, Istanbul, Venice. Look at this.
There are clues all over the world.
And what's the message?
Seek and find.
A mystery only he can solve.
I will do everything I can to find it and stop this.
The worldwide phenomenon of the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons continues.
How much time?
We have 48 hours to stop an extinction level event.
Inferno, rated PG-13.
Just when you think Donald Trump couldn't get any worse, of course he finds a way to get worse. So New York City Comptroller's Office looked into his promises to give to a lot of charities, many, many charities related to 9/11, tremendous charities related to 9/11. And they looked through all the records, and they have the records because it's the government in New York. And guess how much money that Donald Trump gave to 9/11 charities the year after? Zero. Nothing. Nada. He's a bad dude, man. It's one thing not to give to those charities. That happens. I mean, not everybody's got an obligation to give it. But it's another thing to brag in public on the Howard Stern show, let alone other places. Oh, I'm going to give a tremendous amount. Then he doesn't give anything because he's a giant liar. And he's also a loser who doesn't have that much money. There's a reason why he's so cheap. It's not just because he's a bad guy. He doesn't have that much money. So he talks a big game. He talks about, oh, yeah, I got a lot of money. I give a lot of money to charity. But he doesn't have it. And so then the New York Daily News looked into, has he ever given any money to any 9/11 charity? And in 2006, 5 years obviously after the attacks, he gave a whopping amount to a detoxification fund for New York rescue workers of $1,000. You're telling me this, not you, Donald Trump is telling us he's got $10 billion. And after talking a big game about how he's going to help 9/11 victims and survivors, he gave $1,000 in all these years. Well, if he really does have the $10 billion, he's a worse guy than I thought he was. The other possibility is he doesn't have that much money, so he thinks he can't even afford more than $1,000 for 9/11 victims. What a piece of crap. You think this guy's going to ride to your rescue? He doesn't ride to anybody's rescue. The only thing he cares about is himself, so which then leads to the last insult to injury. Donald Trump actually benefited financially from 9/11, from the government. He took $150,000 that was meant for small businesses. He said, well, I got a tower down there, and technically I'm going to call it a small business. Yeah, that's what it is. So he took money that should have gone to small businesses that were devastated by 9/11, $150,000. He gives $1,000 to charity, and 5 years later, that's all, he takes $150,000. That's the kind of guy he is. To take from the least powerful, and now, oh, the government is bad, Yeah, then why'd you take all the government money while pretending to be a small business? And which one is it, Donald? Are you a small business with almost no money, or are you lying over and over again? You're taking small business money even though you're not one, you're not giving anything to the 9/11 guys even though you said you would, and even though you claim you've got $10 billion. This guy's a complete and utter fraud. That's what this is. Buyer beware.